We know that life is unpredictable. As a stake president, I've seen those that have lost their employment that have needed to rely on their food storage. I've seen situations in which that have needed it after natural catastrophes. Food storage is not an elective concept. Food storage is something that is a commandment. We don't understand why it is that we've received the commandments. Some of us may be saying, I can't afford it, I don't have any place to put it, I don't know what to do with it, but those are all beside the point. The point is that the prophets, who know more than we do, have told us that we need it. If we're prepared, we have less to fear if these uncertainties come about in our lives.
You know, one of the things that we've found is most members of the church have a righteous desires to follow the counsel of the prophets. But unfortunately, all of the things that compete for their interests, food storage and becoming prepared in this way never really rises to the top.
I believe in order to be following the prophet completely, you need to follow every single one of the commandments. Food storage is just as necessary as would be tithing or any of the other commandments he's given us.
Well, we've established a group order process to assist the members in their efforts to prepare themselves and their families, where we have identified products that we thought should be essential to their food storage program, and then tried to make it easy for them to participate in ordering through the internet, and then participate on a rotating basis by ward in canning that product and distributing it. In the New Testament, it was Paul that prophetically said to Timothy that in the last days perilous times should come. And as we've seen increased calamity and economic uncertainty that's growing by the day, it seems, we never know when we might have needs ourselves. Many of us who thought that we were prepared and had good jobs are now finding that we are in a position of need.
My husband is an attorney. He has 2 doctor's degrees. And I am a college grad. So when he first got a job and moved here, we never thought that we would be able to use the food storage, maybe like in an extreme cases, but not anytime soon. And the church was offering group orders and things like that. So I placed an order thinking, oh, okay, it's good for 20 years and hopefully I would never have to use it, even after 20 years. And so I was just buying a little bit of stuff here and there. If Heavenly Father tells us to do it, then we should do it. And at that time, I was thinking, oh, you know, these days what's more important is saving money. So I was more focused on saving money aside, putting aside like 3 months worth of expenses. And then he lost the job, which was completely unexpected. And then the savings came really handy because we were able to pay the mortgage all these months. It's been about 8 months without income. And the 3-month savings, we were actually able to stretch it to almost 8 months because I was using the food storage food. And it's such a great blessing that in times of need, that Heavenly Father has provided us all these things so we could use it. And you never know when it could happen to you that you'll be actually using the food storage that you would think that you would never use it.
Faith is key here. And I, for one, want to testify to you that I built our food storage literally on nothing. And just because I knew that the Lord would provide a way for us to accomplish the thing He had commanded us to do. And so He did. He opened up ways for me, opened up my mind to possibilities I had not beforehand thought of. And I promise the members of this stake, if they will have enough faith, that they can accomplish this and do so with joy and thanksgiving, He will provide a way.
People who say they do not have a place to put their food storage, is you need to rethink your house. We have a very small house. It is like 940 square feet, and we wanted to follow the commandments and get our food storage. We didn't know where we'd put it, so we just put it in our front room when we'd get it, and after that we'd find space where we're going to put it. We have some under my daughter's bed, under our bed, in the closet, under the dressers, and so we have a year storage now. We have real furniture. We've moved past the point of wanting furniture made out of cans. So we had to find places that were inconspicuous, that when people come to visit us, they don't see our food storage, but we know it's there.
One of the things that we have discovered is that many members who have food storage don't know what to do with it. And so we've established a monthly class.
The stake has been offering classes to go along with the food orders that we've been doing.
If we're going to have food storage, you don't want to have something occur and you have all this food you have to eat that you've never eaten before.
Whatever we're canning that month is what we have a cooking class on. Then you get it and you use it.
I learned so much from the class.
They've had fudge that's been made with beans, and I have had wheat used as a cereal.
One of my favorite classes was how to use the wheat to make gluten.
Refried beans and homemade tortillas, which are not hard to make.
There's nothing better than fresh bread.
You can make meat. I just think Heavenly Father is amazing. That you can take something like wheat and bake bread and tortillas and all kinds of stuff, but you can also use it as a protein.
I never thought we would be able to use all the things that we buy for food storage.
The goal of the class, I think, is to help us actually see that we can use it. That we're not just going to purchase this stuff and it's just going to sit and rot.
Because it looks, you would think that food storage food is something that you would only eat when you're really, really starving and when you're really hungry. Turns out that it's actually good and you could eat it every day.
And so we are able to rotate our food storage by I regularly use it in meals I cook.
My husband tells me that I should open up a bakery.
You know, we've had remarkable results. People have come away from that class stunned at how easy it is and how good the food is that they can prepare.
I've really been working on getting recipes that my family enjoys to eat. So if there were something to occur, whether a loss of a job or a catastrophe, I'm able to make meals that we make regularly all the time.
If you're prepared, then Heavenly Father will provide a way to fulfill the commandments that He's given us.
The food that we buy through the distribution services of the church is very high quality food. Number two, we'll become acclimated and educated in how we can use that storage in the event that we need it, because it'll be part of our day-to-day living. And number three, the price is far better than we'll find in the regular supermarket.
And I used to get overwhelmed and I thought, oh, I have to go to the grocery store and buy thousands of dollars worth of food. And I finally now just said, I'm just going to buy what this church provides. It stores well, they've already done the research, and if I can actually use it, then it's worth just buying what the church gives you. So it's great.
If you're going to do food storage, just do it. Don't start thinking about it too much, because there's always things that are going to get in the way. There's always reasons you shouldn't do it. If you start making checklists, just if you want to follow the prophet, just do it.
Over the last 9 months, we've distributed about 30,000 pounds of food throughout to the members of the stake. In fact, we hope that members will feel a responsibility not only to their families, but also to their neighbors.
It gives you a sense of peace when you have all of your food storage. I've had situations, well, of course, with the economy, not knowing job-wise. Thankfully, my husband's been able to keep his job, but there were times when we weren't sure what would be the outcome in months ahead, and it gave me a great peace knowing that we would be able to eat, and with finance stored up too, that we'd be able to survive.
I know that following the counsels of the church leaders, the prophets, has definitely blessed our lives. It not only blessed us in filling our belly, but it blessed us to know that Heavenly Father really loves us and cares for us, that He prepares all this way for us to survive and go through this hard time.
Knowing that I'm prepared really helps me, because I have children, and the worst thing that motivates me to do this is if my children turn to me and were hungry. And I had a prophet and church leaders tell me that this is what I needed to do, and if I didn't heed their words, my children would be hungry. And so I do it. Why wouldn't you want to? It's there. Today's the day to do it.
You know, notwithstanding all of the great things that have happened by virtue of this group ordering process and the efforts that we've made to assist families in getting prepared, it really comes down to us, to making a an individual and family commitment to becoming prepared.
I would like to encourage all of the Saints of the Irvine Stake to do a couple of things. One is to get your food storage if you're not participating now. Another is to learn how to use it. And the third is to look around you to the needs of your neighbors and friends and make some plans, either to invite them to participate with us or to store excess so that you might be a resource and able to bless the lives of your friends and neighbors. And so I can testify and promise that those who will heed the prophet's counsel, exercise their faith, and get their food storage will be blessed for it.